Not very many people know that you can add sections within your tasks so that your subtasks have more organization. And when people do know about this feature, they've usually seen it before, but they have no clue how to actually set it up. So I'm going to show you how to do this so you can add a bit more organization to your Asana tasks and subtasks. And if you find this helpful, you'd love my course, Asana Made Simple, where I teach you exactly how to set up and actually use Asana, even if you're brand new to it, even if you have ADHD, or even if you've never been able to stick with Asana before. If you're new here, hi, I'm Samantha, here to help you organize and streamline your business so you can save time and mental energy and keep your business running without you having to be stuck in the weeds all the time. Okay, let's dive into how to add sections inside Asana tasks. Okay, first I'm going to show you how to do this using the shortcut. So you're going to click into a task here, and then in your subtasks, you're going to click plus, and if you want to add a section as the first one, we'll just do that as the example. You go tab N. That is the shortcut. That's how you get these titles within your subtasks. Okay, so if you want to call it, this lets you add sections inside a task so your subtasks aren't just one long list and you can actually organize them. If you already have subtasks created and you want to add a section in between them, you can do that as well. So if we just delete this, and let's say I have a subtask to prep invoice, or oops, it's still in the okay, so I'm just going to click out of there, hit that plus button again, and let's say we're going to prep invoice, and then down here we're going to send invoice. So in between these, you could add a section. So how you do that is you click the task that you want the section after, click the end of it, hit enter, and then do that tab N shortcut again, and then we're going to add the new section here. So maybe it's, finalize onboarding. I'm just making things up as an example here. All right, so you can also move subtasks around anytime by dragging and dropping them. So you see when you hover over, there's these dots over here and this grabby hand. So you can, if you put this underneath the section header and you didn't actually want that, you can actually move it up here instead, and you can move them around like that. You can move the section header around as well and move it to the top, for example. And if you ever need to delete a section inside subtasks, you can just click on the text, highlight it all, and click delete, and then click out of it, and that will delete the section for you. Okay, and I've had people ask how you add the underline underneath the section. That actually happens automatically when you add them. So again, I'll show you here. Oops, I need to actually do it. Okay, so again, I'll show you here. So if I just go to add that section in again, so I'll just call it finalize this time. And then once you click out of the task and go back in, that underline is automatically there. So I could move that up here, and you'll see that it is underlined and separating it from the subtask. Okay, so now this is especially helpful if you're planning something in advance that has a bunch of moving parts and tasks that need to be completed at different phases. So one way I've used this with clients is for planning a big launch, for example. So this could be for an online course or a group coaching program. You could separate your subtasks. I'll just go in here. So just for example, let's say this is the pre-launch phase or something. Pre-launch, and then we're going to add the subtasks here. So we could separate the subtasks into phases, for example. So let's say phase 1 here, and then underneath you could add prep promo materials and so on like that, and then you could have a phase. Oops, I just accidentally used a different shortcut and it gave me a cute cat. Oops. Okay, by the way, the shortcut for that is tab B. There's another one. It's right beside the N. Okay, so I'm going to do the tab N instead and add the section. Okay, and we're going to go phase 2 here, and then maybe, your schedule promo materials. And then maybe you have a phase 3 where you're reviewing, or I don't know. I guess this would not be all pre-launch, but anyway, I'm just thinking of things off the top of my head, and it's not quite, it's not exactly what you would have, but just to give you an example, you can separate it into phases here, and you can have long lists underneath these. Well, not long lists, but you can have several tasks underneath each phase. And then another way that you could do it is I've seen a client, I had a client who preferred to view them as like months out. So like you could do, this one is 3 months out, and then this helped her to plan the subtasks due dates. She wasn't on a paid plan, so she was manually doing that. Sorry, it should be 3 months out and then 2 months out. So then every time she reused this task, because she would save it as a template, and then every time she reused it, she would be able to, plan it better, knowing that, okay, I need to do this 3 months out, 2 months out, 1 month out. And it just helped her to set those due dates better without having to like really think through everything every single time. Another way I'll show you, I currently use this in my YouTube workflow. So for example, this video I'm working on right now, if we scroll down, that's just my script up there. If we scroll down, you see I have it all laid out by with headings separating the tasks. So I have a video as a heading, and then I have plan, record, edit video, prepare, and upload and schedule underneath. And then there's even subtasks within the subtasks, but we don't need to get into all of that. But you see how it can look nice and laid out. That's an actual example of something that I use all the time. Okay, and then this actually works the exact same way to organize your main tasks inside projects too. It's the same shortcut. So if I go back to that other project, that demo project that we were in, and if I want, you see that there's sections within tasks as well, right? So you can click down here and add a section, or you can actually do Tab N and add a new section with that shortcut as well. New section. Right there. So this allows you to use sections to plan out and organize your projects further in honestly so many ways. So for example, an example of this, I'll show you my SOP template, my SOP bank template. So if I go to this is just a template that I actually sell. So so you see that I have headings. So you see that I use the sections to organize and categorize the different types of SOPs. So I have marketing, sales, operations, and client management, just for some examples. And Asana also has a feature where you can group your tasks by section, which can really come in handy. So if you go to this group button up here, and this is already grouped by section, but if I were to X out of that, you'll see the sections go away. But if I want to group by sections, that makes it a much cleaner look. Something else I want to point out is that Asana doesn't technically support subsections within sections, but there are workarounds. I've specifically been asked about this before. Now, if you are on a paid plan and have access to custom fields, one of the best options is to group tasks by sections first and then group again by that custom field. That custom field acts like the subsection. So let me show you an example of that. I already have that again in my YouTube. If I go to my ideas bank, so you can see there's like subsections in here. These are using custom fields. Okay. So you'll see like I have the idea drafted. So these are all my ideas that are drafted. And then I have them separated by the subcategory Asana, and then paid Asana, systems, and so on. Now, if you're on the free plan, other options are, let me show you a couple options like workarounds. So if you don't have access to custom fields. So we'll go back to that demo project. Now, this isn't going to look quite as clean as the custom fields, right? But if you wanted to, you could have something like this. You could have new, so let's say that this is new section. That's the main category. And then underneath it is the offboarding. Okay. Like, so this is your subcategory. So I know there is like a bit of a gap, but that's one way that you could do it. You could also have this toggled off so that there is no gap. And then so the section that's in all caps is the main category, and then the one that's not in all caps is like the subcategory. Another way to do it is to have the section, so say we want a subcategory or a subsection for offboarding, and let's just say that it is this one here. Again, using all caps, you could have it like this, and so like this is your section here, your actual section, which it is, and then this act as your subsection, and then add the tasks underneath. Request feedback. Oops. Oh yeah, I'm still in all caps. Sorry about that. Request feedback. And so you would know that like this is your subsection. You can't underline it or anything fancy like that, but it does kind of give you some wiggle room, some ways to play with it. Another way, I know there's like a few different ways, I have a few different ideas, is you could add an emoji. So how you actually add emojis, because you can't actually add emojis to titles of tasks, okay? But if I go in here and add an emoji this way, so let's just use this heart as an example, and then I can just copy and paste it into here, and there you go. And that can also be like a more visual way of indicating a subsection. Okay, and a quick note on views and filtering. If you're trying to create a list view where tasks, subtasks, and sections feel like exclusive to that view, that's where custom fields and filtering come in, and that does require a paid plan. So that setup can get a bit complex, but it is possible. Now you can check out more Asana features that you might not be using but should be by watching this video next. Okay, thank you so much for watching. I hope this video is helpful for you, and I will see you in the next one.